Hi guys, let me do a little video around accounts and a full range of options here. Now again, keep in mind you've got all the options across the top. Everything is fully integrated. The moment I touch anything from sales to purchasing, from fixed assets to inventory, your accounts will update. And the beauty of that is it's all real time. It all happens almost instantly. You've got a bunch of different views you can take, so you can look at your chart of accounts on a list, in a tree mode, whatever you choose. You've also got a bunch of different dashboard options you can look at, where I can look at dashboard accounts. Again, it'll show me P&Ls, all these sorts of things, all the basic type stuff. I can also modify any of these charts, so simply click in here and edit chart. If I go more details, it'll give me a full report on this chart, but let's just look at the edit details. And again, there are hundreds of these in here, and you can choose any one of these charts, load them on your dashboard page, whatever you choose. It's entirely up to you. There's literally dozens and dozens and dozens of these in here. Alright, let me just go back up the top. It's back out. So again, I've set this up in this way where I've got my tasks, my bank recs and stuff like that. It tells me that this bank rec is incomplete. The banks are fully integrated as well from your bank, so they will sync automatically roughly every 4 hours, and the data will come in automatically. I can zoom back into my bank recs like so. Now let me go back up the top. So you've got a bunch of dashboards you can use. There's everything from basic overviews to executive dashboards, cash, income, performances, comparisons between the two, the whole lot. You've also got hundreds of reports, and these reports can be all sorts of levels. I can do basic profit and loss. You can set up department structures where you can have a certain department as a profitability center on its own. The choice is entirely up to you. You might have different divisions, different locations. So New South Wales, warehouse, each one can be its own profit center. And then you can look at this as a consolidated total, like so. So there's a whole bunch of ways of doing this. Keep in mind as well, you've got full receipt claim options where you can scan in ongoing expenses. With your mobile app, the guys can do receipt scans where they're on site. If they run an expense up, they can scan it in. It automatically attaches it to the mobile. You get attachments, a copy of it, everything here under the receipt claims. Or you can simply use it as a dashboard screen, where again I can look at all sorts of different ways of running my mobile app. So again, this is all fully integrated. The moment I touch anything anywhere, everything else knows about it. Alright, let me just go back. And receipt claims works along the same lines as what I'm about to do now. If I just want to load a purchase order or a bill, I simply select scan. And keep in mind as well, purchase orders can have approval levels on who can purchase what, up to a value. You can set the values of that. So I can either scan my bills or my purchase orders, simply select the toggle, select the receipt, and VS1 will automatically load everything for you. Literally in 2 clicks, I've created a PO. Easy as that. It's attached the receipt as an attachment, and it's populated the whole thing. Beautiful. Couldn't be simpler. Hit save. And as quick as that, it's all there. Now, part of the system, it's built-in messaging as well. So if I choose, I can SMS the supplier to say I've received the PO. I can send out via an app to update the employees, the whole lot. Just confirm, job done. Literally that simple. That simple. Beautiful. All right. Bunch of other options under your accounts. And if I come back to my accounts panel here, journal entries, I can run my journal entries at any time. Simply select a new journal. It'll ask me for an account that I want to do it, and let's say this is for advertising. I enter a value, $200. The system then automatically makes the next line, and it says what else do you want, what's the opposing side of this journal entry, and I'm just going to put it to cash. Again, it automatically populates all my lines. Hit save. Literally that simple. There it is. Really, really easy. Really, really simple. You've got a full fixed asset module as well. So here you can set up all your fixed assets. You can run depreciation schedules based on these fixed assets. They can be book value or tax value. You get a whole bunch of information around this: insurances, warranties, set up servicing, the frequency. So every 3 months, go out and service this fixed asset. It can be done based on hours, on time, on distance, a whole bunch of ways of doing that. You've got under your reports, you've got full accounting reports. Normally this is locked, so you would normally just give you access to your accountant for this area, this gray area. Normally most users can't get into this. You need to be a registered accountant, but we give you free access to this as well. Now let me just get into that. Okay, so normally when your accountant logs in, he would see it like so. And again, when I click on this, this will give me a shareholder styled report. It's a very, very detailed styled report. It gives you a breakdown of declarations and stuff like that. And it's also fully integrated with DocuSign. So your accountant can produce these as quick as that. He can then send it to you. You sign off using DocuSign. Everybody's happy. Brilliant way of doing things. You can absolutely do everything from there. So again, that's all part of the pack. All right, let me go back. All right, and again, over 200 reports there. You've got just dozens and dozens and dozens of them. The one that I like the most though, if we use what we call, if I'm looking at any sort of report, you can simply dump this as a straight out spreadsheet, like literally as quick and as easy as that, and that'll make a spreadsheet for me. Incredibly simple. Just off you go, just enable it, and there's your spreadsheet ready to go. The one I like the most is this spreadsheet link. Now, by the way, keep in mind, inside these reports, you can apply all sorts of filters, put different options in there. You can print it, redesign it, customize it to suit you. The spreadsheet link though is one of my favorites. You literally create a spreadsheet, save it to your desktop. I'm just going to say no. The beauty of that is this is now fully integrated to your VS1 tables in the background. And what I mean by that is I can create a spreadsheet. This is now fully linked to my raw data tab down the bottom here, this raw data tab. This raw data tab is communicating directly with the VS1 tables in the background, which means I can create any number of tabs across here. They are all linked. I can produce charts and graphs. I can play around in Excel as much as I like. When I'm ready, and I'll give you an example, if I adjust this, normally you wouldn't adjust the raw data tab, but I'm just trying to show you an example. This then updates your report. If I need live data, just come to data in Excel and hit refresh. I mean, literally as easy as that. So all the reports you've created in Excel, all the changes or the stuff that you really want, instantly updated real time, and takes milliseconds to make that work. So absolutely brilliant. Love that feature. Absolutely brilliant. Let me get back out and jump back in here. All right, so there's a basic overview. It gives you some idea of what's available. There are literally dozens and dozens and dozens of other functions that I haven't touched on. Everything from when you send out invoices and quotes and all these sorts of things, customers can pay immediately. If you tie in your mobile app, they simply hit pay now. The money appears instantly in your bank account. You can do that from pretty much anywhere throughout the system. It's also available on your mobile app. You've got that ability to, if somebody's out on site with an invoice, they literally click into it and hit pay now. customer gives him the credit card, he puts it in immediately, instantly you're paid before the technicians left site, or any of those sorts of options there. So there's just dozens and dozens of ways of handling that capability. It's all real time and it all immediately appears back in your system. So there you go. There's a pretty rough overview of accounts and what's available. As I say, all these options across the top are all part of the pack. Keep that in mind. Hope that wasn't too boring. Cheers.